Okay, this video I'm going to show you why debit calls and debit put spreads are better than straight options. Okay, so when you purchase an option close to the money here, you're spending a lot of money. I mean, look at this. Option prices have been rocketing up during this last bull run. I mean, almost $700, $900 to buy an option, or you can do this. Let me close this out. I'll show you how to do it. So what you do, let's say you want to buy a call debit spread. You have it over here on call. Okay, here's the current price. And you come over here and you hit, you have it on buy. You click this, all right? And now you come over here right away and hit sell. And then you click this. So you see 80 cents is a lot less than close to $1,000. So $80 close to $1,000. All right. And the reason why it's so cheap is because you're capping anything above 362. So what this says is, I bet it'll close at about 362, and you're paying 80 cents for that. Now, would I pay 80 cents for that? No, because it's a dollar spread. It's almost close to $1. And the reason why this is happening is because we're in the middle of a hardcore run. Okay. What that should be is about 52 cents. So if we got it right at the cross, which would have been, let's see, on the 15-minute, right at the slight dip, we would have gotten in. All these prices would have been way lower. These prices instead like 80 cents, this would be like 50 cents, this would be up here, but these two would be like 40 cents. That's when you want to get in. So basically you want to get in at about 52 cents. And then when it jumps, I get out at about 77 cents. So that's why these prices are so high, because it's the middle of a big roar up. So let me give you an example of what the prices do when things are not going well for the guy who purchases this. So let me click this over. So now we're on puts. Now for an example, like look at these over here, buy, and then we hit sell and we click this. I mean, check it out, 16 cents. Over on the other side, it's 80 cents, and on this side, it's only 16 cents. Why is that? Because any of the option sellers don't think that anything is going to be going down soon, and so the prices rapidly deflate. Okay, so prices tend to middle a little bit around 55 cents. This is when we want to get in, when there's a dip. Okay, let's see, when would we have gotten last in on a red spike? About right here. So prices might have been going up a little bit, but then we could have gotten in here and then done pretty good. And typically, the prices for the put debit spreads are a little bit lower than call debit spreads. I don't know why that is. That is usually the case. But you don't want to get it in the middle of something roaring. Like a good time to get it would have been when it came back up to here. All of a sudden, when it comes back up towards the control line, prices tend to all of a sudden cheapen out fast, because the sellers think, oh, party's over, it's going up, but we know better because the VWAP is still above it. So maybe you didn't get in here, but you waited for the prices to really flatten out and get cheap. You get in here, and then of course, things dropped harder again. And then same thing right here, things flattened out a little bit because the option prices went down. So that's a good time to get in. But basically, you're paying 16 cents for the possibility of this going to like a full dollar, okay? Or you're paying 80 cents and it's going to go to $1, which doesn't make any sense over on the other side. So how far would you have to go up to me making any money on this? Usually only about up to here. This is still in the 70 cents range, this called debit, because again, you wouldn't be getting in here. It's roaring. These are like exit prices, okay? So you have this. Let's say we got in on this. Okay. Oh, we accidentally did a credit spread. We're not doing credit spreads. That's because it was on put. Let's put it back on call. And we go over here. And we go this. And this. Okay, so it's 77 cents. This is actually the price we would be getting out at. Okay, because we would have bought this when it was way cheaper back down here. Okay. When it was like at about 52.49 cents. That's when we would have bought it. And this is when we'd be exiting at about 77 cents, so this price here. But as you can see, the debit call and the debit puts are way cheaper than buying the option flat outright. So let's do it again. Okay. Let's say you want to buy a call. So first you go to make sure it's on calls. Go to buy. You go to about this far above, just one out of the money. You hit buy, and then right over here you change it to sell. Wait, something went wrong. Okay, let's do that again. Buy. You want to make sure it changes color. There. Okay. And then you hit sell, the one right above it. Okay. And so this is a call debit spread. What this means is between 262 and 263, that is your area that you're going to be dealing with. And the reason why it's so cheap is because normal options go to infinity. Sky's the limit. The farther up it goes, the more money you make to infinity. You know, it probably won't go to infinity, but you get the point. But here, they're capped. You don't make any more money if it goes above 363. So basically, you're dealing with a dollar spread here, okay? And it's at 77 cents right now. So that, again, that we would have been exiting at that. And we would have bought this spread here probably for about 48 to 52 cents, okay? We're going for about 30% a shot. So that's why you want to do debit calls or debit puts, because here's another big reason. Horrible erosion. So let's say you buy one of these flat out for $8, okay? Also, the market has a bad day. This could flatten to $2, $1. You know, if the market moves like 10 points on the QQQ, you could really lose your money. But the nice thing about these debit calls or debit puts are they're like binary options, and here's why. More so than normal options. The day of expiration, if it is just above 363, this is automatically going to be a full dollar. So if you bought it at 43 cents, so as you get towards expiration, which will be, let's see, for the 7th. Let's see, 5, 6, 7. So here's the 7th. Okay, if it is above whatever I said, if it's above here, which it probably will be, and then you make the full dollar. Okay. And you really are protected against erosion with this, because as long as it's going in the right direction, as long as it's about to, getting close to that zone, you really won't be losing much money. Whereas if you had an option likes big spikes a couple days ahead of, like it likes a big spike and all of a sudden it moves up big, but then when the spike's over, it could drop big. You could really lose a lot of money just buying options straight away. And this really removes a lot of the theta, and it's much more safe to do it this way as long as you're on the right direction and did what I told you to do with the last video with the VWAP. All right, so let's do an example with a put. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to do right down here one on the money. We're going to go buy, and then we go over here to sell, and then the one underneath it, and there you go. There's a put debit spread. And again, it's cheap because, well, look what's happening. It's all about the call right now. So, all right. So one thing is you got to make sure you don't reverse the order. All of a sudden you have a credit call spread or a credit debit spread, and then that is this. Let's say you went sell, buy. Okay. Well, actually, I did a debit spread. I'm trying to do the reverse. Let's say you do buy, sell. All right. You don't want a credit spread. That is a different animal. That's something I'll have to teach you later. If it says credit spread and then instead of debit spread, you goofed up and you did this order wrong. Okay. Don't do that. Again, do the buy first and then the sell. Okay. Oh, I did a credit spread. See, that's wrong. Let's try it again. Oh, that's because it was put. All right, so buy, that's sell. Buy, and then sell. All right, does it say debit? Yes. So the buy is closer to the line always, and then the sell is always farthest to the line. So when you're over here on the other side, the buy is closest to this line, and the sell is always the farthest away. On either side, buy is always closest to the line, sell is always the one farther from the line. So that's an easy way to remember that. And again, you're protected from a lot of theta. You know, you wouldn't do this for a put right now because you're just going to get crushed. Because look at the chart. You didn't get any signal going for. You didn't get a red spike. You didn't get the VWAP crossing over the control line for a buy. This could keep going. Who knows? You don't try to time what the market's going to do. Always let it tell you, show you what it's going to do. When the VWAP moves, for example, underneath the control line and you have the green spike, that's when it was time to get in. Alright, so that is that. These are way better than straight options. They're way cheaper and they're way safer and they have far less erosion. Alright, thank you for watching.